Hey, Motorman here. I'm at Newport Richie Harley Davidson, and I picked out a bike to ride. It's a used bike, a 2022, and it's what I consider the best handling cruiser ever made. And I'm going to show the bike to you. I'm going to take it out for a ride and tell you why I feel that way. So come on, let's go. This is a 2022 Fat Bob. Not a great seller for Harley Davidson, probably because of the maybe you might say controversial looks of this or styling of this motorcycle. At first, when they first came out with this, I'll be honest with you, I didn't like it at all. It has grown on me, and I think what really makes this or puts people off is this exhaust you see here. It's awful big, it's kind of ugly, but I have seen these bikes with a 2-into-1 exhaust, which looks so much better than this gigantic 2-into-2 system. This, by the way, does sound pretty good for a stock Harley exhaust. Well, alright, I get on this bike and I feel the riding position is very good. It's upright. I'm leaning slightly forward towards the bars, not much at all. That comes in handy because you don't have a windshield or any type of fairing, so you want to lean into the wind just a little bit. It's got forward controls, and they're not so far forward that a person my size, I'm 5'7". Yes, I identify as 6'2", but I'm actually 5'7", and I don't have to have any problem at all reaching the controls with these forward controls. They come standard with them. In fact, I put them on my Lowrider S because I don't like having my knees up higher than the tank. We got simple gauges, RPMs, kind of tiny, but yeah, if you look down, you can't see them. Seat's firm, but seems comfortable. Let's get it out on the road. Let's check maneuverability. Very good lean angle. I believe it's 34 degrees, and that's when the pegs start to touch. You can probably go at least 2 or 3 more degrees further before any hard parts are going to hit the ground. Handlebars turn from lock to lock pretty far, farther than even the touring bikes. Very easy motorcycle at low speeds because it's low to the ground, and it turns in really nice. Right here, it's in Florida, it's about 95 degrees right now, high humidity as usual from the summertime, so not having a windshield and a fairing on a day like this is probably pretty good. As long as you're moving, it's okay. You can really feel that torque right off of idle. That's what you feel when you're riding a motorcycle or a car even, is the torque. That's what gets you going. It's the horsepower that keeps you going, but it's the torque that you feel. The more torque, to me, the more fun the bike is. Now, the specs on this bike are almost identical to my Lowrider S. But for whatever reason, and I really haven't been able to quite nail it down, it feels more nimble than my bike, easier to handle. This bike, of course, has the 114 motor, and believe me, that's all you need. The bike that weighs 675 pounds, it has plenty of power and torque galore. ABS brakes were standard. I can't figure out why this bike feels so much better handling than my Lowrider S, since the specs are so similar. It just does. Maybe it's the riding position. On my bike, the Lowrider S, I'm much more reaching forward for the bars, and I've even got reach bars on my bike, and it's still not close enough. This is about the perfect riding position. It feels more like a standard motorcycle than the Lowrider S. It seems like the rake is much less than my bike, but according to the specs, it really isn't. So it should feel the same. In fact, when I bought my Lowrider S, I was thinking about getting one of these. They were priced about the same, and what swayed me was the styling. I like the Lowrider S styling much better. This is a really fun bike to ride. All the power you could want. Great handling, maneuverability. When I mention maneuverability, I always get somebody in the comment section saying, who cares about maneuverability? I ride down the road. Yeah. That's always said by people who tend to duck walk their bike around as soon as the speed drops below 20 miles an hour because they have no technique. Those people, really all they can do is go straight and hope for the best. Make great big wide turns once in a while, come to an easy stop. Problem arises when something gets in your way, and sooner or later something will get in your way, and you'll have to lean, swerve, and turn, or stop very quickly. If you've never practiced or haven't mastered the head and eyes friction zone, little pressure on a rear brake, when that occurs, you got one shot at it. You can depend on dumb luck, or you could depend on your training. That's up to you. I go with the training. And I'm telling you, riding is so much more fun, as I've said a million times, when you actually know what the hell you're doing. I just watched a couple of YouTube videos at Sturgis, which is going on right now, and there were foot draggers galore in Sturgis. That bike is in motion, your feet belong up on the pegs for the floorboards. But this bike turns in really nice. It handles beautifully. And they're asking only $13,800 for this bike. As I said, new, about $18,500, and with 600 and something miles on it, it is practically brand new. Not a mark or a scratch on it. According to what they told me at Harley, the guy had several motorcycles. Bought this one, didn't ride it very much, had it in the garage for a while, and then decided to sell it back to the dealer. It is certified by Harley Davidson, so you don't have to worry about having no warranty. Definitely the sportiest feel of any Harley Davidson, not counting the Pan America or the Pan America ST. Really different types of motorcycle. One is a standard, one is an adventure tourer, so they'll have more lean angle. But this bike just feels great to me. So if you're looking for a cruiser, but you're maybe between the cruiser and a standard bike, or even a more sportier motorcycle, check out this bike. I think you'll be amazed at how well it rides and handles, and how much fun it is to ride. You got all the power you could ever want. As I said, as far as styling, you know, that's a personal thing. It has grown on me. And you know, when you're riding the bike, you really can't see the style of it. So that's something also to think about. But for a cruiser, it's fairly light, under 700 pounds. If you wanted to tour with this motorcycle, yeah, you've got all kinds of bags available for it, both from Harley Davidson and the aftermarket. The bike is more than capable of all day rides, 500-mile day, no problem on this bike. Smooth motor, lots of power, handles very well, highly maneuverable at low speeds, and for $13,800, saving them what, about $5,000-6,000 over a new price, and this bike is practically brand new. I think they stopped making this model in 22 or 23. Not the prettiest cruiser around, but probably the best handling, most fun to ride cruiser your money can buy. And at $13,800, or whatever deal you can make, you tell them Motorman sent you at Newport Richie Harley Davidson. And once you say that, if they don't throw you out, I'll bet you get a pretty good deal, whether it be on this bike or any of the other bikes they have. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And don't forget to check out my new channel, Muscle Cars Old and New. Please take a look at it, subscribe there. I got to get 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm up around 400, something like that. So give that a shot if you're into muscle cars or a car enthusiast like me. Check out Muscle Cars Old and New. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and comment below.